you feel like you played preseason game number 2 compared to number 1?
A step better for sure. The first one, I felt like I was confident to a certain extent. When I went back and looked at the tape, obviously had a few drops. That was something in my book that's unacceptable, especially at this level. So I kind of took that hard, went to practice the next week, harder than I did the week before. And when I came back, I felt like I did much better.
A lot of your teammates have talked about trust and getting Justin's trust and that kind of stuff. Where do you feel like you are in that progression right now?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like he trusts me for sure. Obviously, it's still a work in progress. I'm still fairly new. Obviously, haven't been in a full game time situation with him, but for sure, I feel like it's up there.
Just finished your first training camp ever. When you look at your game, what are you happy with, and what do you feel like you can improve on?
The stuff I'm happy with is kind of my improvements. Just me being more knowledgeable about the game, knowing how to run the routes, different speeds, reading the defense, and stuff like that. Things I still need to work on. Kind of just, for me, I feel like just being more aggressive to the catch. Obviously, I had a few drops last week, like I just said, that I feel like should have been, very catchable. Just wasn't aggressive enough. So, constantly working on that every day.
You mentioned the drops a couple times. Do you see sort of a common theme with those, or is it sort of individually different from drop to drop for you?
Nah, it just kind of happens as it is. It's honestly just a lack of focus, really no excuse there.
Quentin, you also made mention about reading the defenses and learning that here in camp. Working against this good secondary led by Derwin, how much is that preparing you for what's going to come in the 17 games ahead?
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like it's prepared me a lot. Given that he's the best safety in the league. In my opinion, everybody's opinion. I would say. So just kind of just picking his brain too. On and off the field. Just kind of seeing what he sees. He tells me sometimes he kind of knows what I'm doing based off my alignment. So I kind of just take that, fix it, straighten it up, and then I kind of go back, watch film, see what he does. Kind of just feed off that. Depending on what my route is, whether I should run it fast, slow, kind of just fit in the hole or whatever. But I've definitely learned a lot from him.
That you still haven't gotten the in-game experience with Justin, but did those 2 joint practices maybe help a little bit going up against a different opponent?
Yeah.
And even though it was practice, did it help with the chemistry there?
Oh yeah, for sure, a lot. Even though like you said, it was practice, it was still against a good team. It wasn't like we was just going half speed. We was definitely going full speed. So yeah, I feel like that helped me.
Your hands and stuff. Is that anything? Are you the kind of person? Would you get down on yourself there, or are you hard on yourself, or how do you not
myself about 4 years, 4 years ago? Yeah. Now I realize the game is much bigger than just that drop. It's how you bounce back from that drop. Usually a while back, especially starting college off, I get a drop and then kind of let my head hang low, and that kind of followed me through the rest of the game. And I can see it on tape. Everybody sees it in the stands. Looked up and. In those games, when that happened to me, it wasn't in the best interest of my team. So I got to just learn to keep moving forward. Have short-term memory to that type of stuff, and catch the next one.
And that was something you thought you improved on in college?
Oh yeah, for sure.
How did you improve on it? What was specifically were you doing?
Practice, repetitions, constant jugs, doing stuff after practice in college with quarterback Max, just going through different routes that I may have dropped, catching that a number of times with somebody on my back, and then just kind of by myself, and then ultimately going to the game and just having more focus, like I said before.
Right now, you and Justin were kind of running back and forth. If you guys raced, who's going to win that one?
Have we raced? Not sure. I will say he's a lot faster than I thought he was coming in. Taller guy, got a long stride, so we might have to see about that one day.
How do you feel like the second preseason game went for you?
For me, it went pretty well, I guess. I made a play, but for sure, a lot of plays I left out there, so just got to keep stacking days.
Can you talk about the swim move on Trevor Penning, the one that you were able to get that tackle for loss for? What did you see on that play?
I just felt like he overshot it, so I just gambled through the B gap and had to get vertical just because I was supposed to be in the C gap. I was supposed to stay outside, but just took a gamble and made the play.
Are you feeling more and more comfortable in this defense as the training camp now is over?
Yeah, for sure. I think I feel way more comfortable compared to the first game than the second game, and hopefully I just keep building and keep getting better.
What would you say is one of the biggest things you learned from your first NFL training camp?
I think the biggest thing is probably that all the tackles are pretty good. Coming from where I'm from, I know a lot of people talk smack about the Pac-12 O-line, but it's for sure different. And there's not too big of a drop-off from the 1s, 2s, or 3s, so just got to gotta keep competing and keep getting better with the pass rush, and yeah.
What's your biggest takeaway from the joint practices?
Joint practice, it was fun. Whole lot of energy. I felt like we really dominated the first day. We still won the second day also, but I think it was just a lot of fun. I think everybody was ready to hit another team. So yeah, it was really fun and a good first experience for sure.
You being a rookie, did that feel different for you? Because I mean, in college, you guys don't do that kind of stuff. You guys don't do joint practice and stuff. So was it kind of, did it take you a little bit to get used to, or?
Nah, I think I guess I just treated it like a game because it kind of is a kind of game. Just we're playing a different team and we're running situations against them and all that. So yeah, I was just having fun with it.
2 preseason games down. How do you feel like the games have helped you speed things up or recognition?
Just these 2 preseason games, being able to be out there and get into the motions with my teammates, be able to have the communication, I think those have been the biggest parts, and it's helped slowing things down for sure. It's making practice easier, and you play your best when you practice your best, and I think that's all trying to translate.
How much has the joint practices helped?
Oh, a huge amount. I mean, to be able to go against some of the opponents across the league, any that we are able to, it gets, we're able to, get to show our different techniques and learn from the guys across from us, and, just in a different atmosphere, whether it's not, just a game competition.
One more game left to go. How would you describe just your first training camp experience?
Man, it's long, tough, rugged days, but it's better than going home and having homework, in this type of deal. But, just being here, I would definitely say that, this first training camp was fun and a lot of learns.
And how is it being in your first training camp with a team that expects to win?
I mean, I would definitely say it's a blessing, to be in this position, to be drafted by the team that, I feel like was perfect for me. I would definitely say the fact that we have the ability and we're looked at as a team that's supposed to win, I think that's what we're going to try to do is put our effort out there on the practice field and hope it translates to the game so we can get those wins.
How much have you learned from Eric Kendricks?
A lot. I mean, tremendous amount. We just talk, we chop it up. He'll come and hit me with a couple of nitpicks every now and then where we go over tape and he tells me what he sees, and that mind is, that's a football mind, trained and in the fire. And to be around a guy like that is just amazing. It's been a blessing.
You learn more in the classroom or like trial by fire, more out there and in the competition and all that?
I definitely would say I'm a trial by fire type of guy. I love the action. I love the field. And I feel like the best way to learn is to make your mistakes. Because for me personally, when I make a mistake, I don't want to do it again. You don't want to repeat the same mistake. You want to learn from it. You want to grow from it. So to be able to make those mistakes and know that I don't want to do it in the future, that's the best way to learn for me.